Today marks day 100 of who made quite a few big promises on the campaign trail.
We will deliver universal child care for the many by taxing the wealthiest few.
I'm going to work to speak to every single New Yorker to ensure they know a city they can afford is on the ballot.
I'll freeze the rent for millions of tenants, make buses fast and free, and deliver universal child care. And before you ask, I'll pay for it by taxing the rich.
Well, this neophyte socialist mayor is finding out, because he hasn't really run anything, that actually governing is much harder than campaigning on a bunch of freebies. Joining us now on set is Councilwoman Vickie Paladino. Well, Vickie, what's the first 100 days been like for you? Easy?
No, not at all. It's been, we're talking about a 24-hour news cycle.
Yeah.
This has been a minute-to-minute news cycle. This guy hasn't stopped pushing the agenda. That was exactly what we had expected. He's lived up to all of his radical left-wing promises as far as what he wants to do. It's only 100 days, but he's done quite a bit. I mean, he's talking about driving out the middle class with his property taxes, his wealth taxes, any kind of tax you could think of. If you're walking and talking and breathing, you're going to get taxed too. There's been violence. He refuses to recognize. When we had that bombing outside of City Hall or Gracie Mansion, it took him 48 hours to recognize those people as radical Islamists. We have a problem with that. We have a problem with just about everything that comes out of his mouth. Look at his cabinet. Look at who he surrounded himself with. These are all radicals. These are all, he hates the cops. That hasn't changed. We're going to watch him progress, and he's digging himself into a hole. But what's interesting here is that he is going to find himself belly up, because the people are no longer falling for this. He's governing on an ideology. He's not governing on realistic things. This is not a guy that's looking at anything in a realistic manner. This is New York City, the economic capital of the world, and he's trying to kill it.
So I think that what exemplifies what he represents the most in the short run, and what his ilk represents, is the Times Square ball drop that was supposed to happen. To celebrate, it's still going to happen. So it was to celebrate the United States 250th anniversary. It is still going forward, but there will be no public event. Let me explain to the viewers. So New York City enacted an emergency rule that allows officials to deny permits for large-scale events. This ball drop is supposed to happen in Times Square on July 3rd. They enacted this permitting ban because of the World Cup. And so this is how Claude AI bot responded.
Go.
Pretty remarkable that a once-in-a-lifetime national anniversary celebration got bumped by a permitting freeze tied to the World Cup.
A bot said that?
Yes, a woke bot.
Wow, a woke bot. Now,
so
let's give the truth to why this isn't happening. This is a guy who's only been a citizen of the United States of America for 7 years. He was born in Uganda. Why would a Ugandan-born citizen of only 7 years want to celebrate the United States of America? See, here is Zohran's biggest flaw. His biggest flaw is his anti-American, anti-Western civilization stance, which he insists on trying to hide and cover up with that big fake grin that he puts on his face. Well, you know what? The truth of the matter is everybody's starting to realize this, but we've got to keep driving this home. This is not just a bad mayor like we've had in the past. This is a young man, 34 years old, no experience whatsoever at anything, okay, whose mother once said in an interview, probably back in 2015, I won't give the exact year, 15, 16, like that her son Zohran will never be an American, not ever. Exact quote. So when you come from that and you tie yourself up with who he ties himself up with. Who's his chief counsel? His chief counsel protected the 9/11 bombers.
Right.
Okay? So Ramzi Kassim is his name?
No, so there'll be a ball drop, but no crowd.
No crowd, no.
So we got to watch it on the TV, I suppose.
Now, you could get in the National Guard. Now, if we really wanted to have it, celebrate America. Let's celebrate America. It's 250 years.
No.
We could bring in the National Guard. There's ways to fix this.
But
Okay,
World
but
Cup-
he doesn't want to. No.
World Cup over America's 200.
Vickie beat him with facts.
Yeah.
That's where you could do it all the time.
Great to see you.
Thank
Vicki
you for
Thank you.
coming.
Thank you for